What about decaf? Can I drink decaf? Oh, it's not caffeinated. Oh, it's the Swiss water technique. It's 99% purified of caffeine. What about that? Can you drink caffeine in small dosages? According to Swiss water themselves, they say that on average, decaffeinated coffee still has 10 milligrams of caffeine. Now, interestingly enough, I looked into all the other siblings of caffeine, which means all the other stimulants, and I was wondering, what can 10 milligrams get you when it comes to something like cocaine? Cocaine, another famous stimulant, at 10 to 30 milligrams, that's considered a light dosage. What else? Amphetamine, the sister of caffeine. Amphetamine, I see there is a product here called amphetamine salt combo for oral use, 10 milligrams. Adderall, one of the most famous stimulants. And everyone who uses Adderall are like, it's not amphetamine. It's like prescribed by a doctor. It's amphetamine, I'm sorry to say. It's the exact same molecule as amphetamine. Now, at 10 milligrams, that's considered a medium dose. Nicotine, another famous stimulant. At 10 to 12 milligrams of nicotine, we have a cigarette. A cigarette contains 10 milligrams of nicotine. So what we're really looking at is still up to debate. But isn't it funny that at 10 milligrams, all these other stimulants are still quite potent? And obviously, we don't have the research to say whether or not 10 milligrams is still affecting certain neural pathways and creating certain withdrawal symptoms once you let go of that very last bit. Because if we look at other classes of drugs, such as the psychiatric drugs, what we see there is that even at 0.01 milligram, once you let go of that, your brain goes into havoc mode. Meaning that even at those micro dosages, most drugs actually still have a very strong effect. The psychoactive drugs, and maybe we can extend that to say that the psychoactive effects of caffeine too, but the psychoactive drugs such as LSD, it's even less, it's micrograms. Micrograms is going to give you the full effect. So, and then it's also just very tempting, right? Because just like with the cigarettes, what we see with cigarettes, when you smoke one puff of a cigarette, you actually get 50% dopamine occupancy in the brain. And if you finish the cigarette, you get an 88% dopamine occupancy in the brain. So again, at those very micro dosages, we're experiencing almost the full effect of the dopamine effect that the brain can offer us in a shorter amount of time, obviously. But nonetheless, that creates the same cravings for more, meaning that your brain interprets this as you having a sip of coffee. You might have a decaf, but in your brain it's like, oof, we've had a first sip, and there should still be 90% of that mug left. So you might be feeling like you want more. Now, if you have a couple of decafs throughout the day, it's almost like just having a regular consumption of coffee. So I would definitely stay away from decaf. Maybe if you have the Swiss water, I mean, it's just so much work to make it work. Like, it's such a hassle if you want to continue having that taste pleasure in your life. What's up with you guys and fucking taste? What's up with this? What is taste even? I used to work as a bartender, and you know what I learned? There is no such thing as taste. There is smell. We can smell things, and if we smell that they are tasty, we say that they are tasty, but the tongue is really just capable of bitterness, salt, sweetness, and you know, some fourth one, like you know, the umami. But that's about it. when it comes to the perception of taste, this whole colorful world of rainbows and flowers that you like to explore, it has something to do with smell. It's about smelling. Nikola Tesla, he quit coffee. He was the first one to quit. He started this wave, okay? It's not a fad. It's not something that, hey, we're just doing in 2024. No, this started with Nikola Tesla. And he famously, when he quit, he was still brewing coffee for, I believe, a year or maybe more, every single day, because he just loved the smell. So he understood that. He was smart, right? So be smart like Nikola Tesla. Realize that you love the smell, you don't love the taste. And you can just take some beans and just fucking shove them up your nose and shut the fuck up, okay? And then have a cup of water like I have now, leading by example. Beautiful, beautiful. Wow, it tastes like, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what it tastes like. It's water. There are better things to do than drink water or drink decaf. I can promise you that. 100%. This is like the Matrix, you know. Some of you get tempted by Mr. Smith offering you a nice dish that tastes like some high-end food. And then the rest of us are out here fighting the evils of the world while eating cereal with no taste. Have a good one.